Hello everyone. Good evening to one and all present here. Hope you all had a great day and my belated Diwali wishes to you, all of you. And I'm Santya from My Trusted Tutor. Welcome you all for this webinar with a small quote. Every problem has solution. You just have to be creative enough to find it. Said by Travis Kalanick, founder of Uber. So I like this this personality, and now, before going to this session, I would like to introduce a platform, My Trusted Tutor (MTT). So, My Trusted Tutor is a marketplace for private tutors, school teachers, corporate trainers, academicians, educators, and all kind of education professionals. Our mission is to make quality education easily and affordably available to all. So currently, we MTT have conducted 80 plus webinars, and now we are in process of recruitment as well for the post of teachers. So along with MTT, I would like to introduce our speaker of the day, Abhishek Mitra, on the topic discussion on problems of students, teachers, and parents in online classes. So Abhishek Mitra, sir, is a master's in science, zoology, and bachelor's of education. So currently, he is pursuing PhD from Vinobawe University, Jharkhand. So he has serving as a TGT Science and a coordinator of Science Department and Saint Xavier's School, Harizabad, Jharkhand. So he has a rich experience of 10 years in teaching field, and he is also an eminent speaker and trainer of the students in public speaking, debate, and drama. So he has also given several talks on various topics in field of education, environment, on radio, and different public forums. So that's all for the introduction session. So so now I will hand over the session to Abhishek sir. Uh, Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sandhya. And I really feel privileged to get this opportunity to interact with all the teachers over here or the people who are associated with education field, uh, for which I sincerely thank MTT for providing the opportunity to me to speak to all of you today. The inputs that I am going to give you all in this today's webinar on the topic discussion of the problems of online education for students, parents, teachers, and school. Whatever inputs I am going to give you to you all, it is based on my experience that I have got after talking to the various stakeholders of education, whether it is the students or parents or teachers or the different people associated with the different schools. In this last 7.5 months of this pandemic, the journey of this pandemic that we started in the month of March, and we are still don't know that where it is, when it is going to end, and where it is going to end. So, whatever experiences I have gathered, I have tried to put in for today's webinar. And I'm very much sure that all of us who are sitting here for this webinar today must have experienced similar kind of things and will be enthusiastic to share their experiences with all of us. So I'm sure that today's webinar will be a good learning experience for me and for all of us, for which I assure you that we will have an interactive session. All right. So shall we? Shall I take this? Shall I expect this from you all that today we are going to interact with enthusiasm with each other? It should not be monotonous. Only my voice should come throughout the session. So please assure me that all of you are going to speak and share your experiences. Yes, that's great. Some of you are writing it in the chat box. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, sure. So let's begin. I'm going to share my screen with you all with this first slide. Yeah, please keep a notepad and a pen with you as we may get some wonderful suggestions from the participants and learn from each other's experience. It is important for all of us to take something good after this session. Okay, so to begin with, let us start with the general understanding with regard to the problems associated with online classes. Like when it started from the month of March, somewhere in the last week of March and first week of April, we were in that position where this talk about the online beginning of the online classes, how it is going to start and other things, it came into focus. So let us try to understand. All right. So at the beginning, all of us have experienced that it was a new turf to play. So lots of apprehension about the process, that how are we going to do this. It's very new to all of us. How will it replace the conventional method of teaching learning that we used to conduct in the class? What would be the, we were quite skeptical about the outreach of this new method of teaching, that how it is going to affect us, how it is going to affect our children, how we are going to proceed with the syllabus. And it was more difficult because at that time we were planning for our curriculum, our syllabus, our lesson plans. It was the beginning of the session, so it was very difficult for us at that time, if I'm not wrong. And that's why we were quite apprehensive ki how the things will proceed. Then another big challenge was availability of smartphones. It won't be surprising for all of us to realize that most of us, most of the teachers, very especially who are very seniors and very experienced, it's my personal observation that they don't prefer the use of smartphones for their daily life, and they are quite comfortable with the QWERTY keypad phones, normal keypad phones. it, and that's why they are quite at peace and are quite focused on their work. That doesn't mean that the people who are techno savvy are not, but that is the way in which people are habituated in doing their work. So the availability of smartphones was not there with everyone, not the teachers, not the parents, even the students. Very especially if you talk about those part of the countries where there is not the availability of Wi-Fi or internet facilities and such things are not there. Forget about the smartphones. So therefore, it was very difficult at that time for the people to, take this new thing or welcome this new thing so happily that okay, we will have it. We will let us try this online education. So there was a lot of hue and cry about this situation ki kaise kya hoga and things like that. Another thing was, as I told you, lack of uninterrupted internet connectivity, the data issue, which we'll take up later also with regard to the problems of the students. There's a lot of issue with this, and this is a major concern about the internet facility. This has caused a lot of problems for everybody, whether it is the schools or teachers or parents or the students, to have the uninterrupted classroom. So these are some of the points which were which were disturbing everybody who were associated with who are associated with this teaching learning process. That how we are going to proceed, how we are going to take it further. So that, and in order to break the ice, that was the biggest challenge. How to begin, with all these things. Okay. So I would ask here, I would request the participants who are with me in today's webinar that wasn't this situation like that, where what I have told you just now about the general understanding of the problems related to online classes, that what was the situation at the beginning of this academic session, it was more or less like that. Would you like to add one or two more experiences that you have gained, that how the things were so difficult at that time and the mindset was not ready to accept new things, this challenge? Anybody amongst you would like to share?
Many teachers, those who were above 50
Yeah.
or 55.
If I'm not wrong, Sailesh sir is speaking here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Please.
So some teachers who were above 50, 55 and not techno savvy,
Yeah.
they had a lot of problems actually. And in my knowledge, some of them took VRS also in colleges also, because they found it quite difficult to prepare PPT and then to face camera and then all the technical aspects.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true. So this is what we are experiencing at that time, and it would be a great learning experience for all of us when we will pass through this situation and we'll look back into this situation. I think lot of learning experience. Whenever something new comes, how we should proceed.
Correct.
Yeah. Anybody
Even
else would like? Yeah.
yeah,
Somebody.
Pratap Sekar sir is saying that internet was the biggest issue.
Yeah. Now I won't mind if somebody can voice their opinion, because chat box to see. Okay.
Can, can I speak, Abhishek?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. You are saying something, Pravina, ma'am.
Yeah, I was saying that as Sailesh sir rightly said, all those who are above 50, they were having really a big challenge in front of them because we have never explored ourselves into this techno savvy world. And it was a challenge. And I must appreciate, first and foremost, all the teacher fraternity that we have faced that challenge and we have, to some extent, overcome it also.
Yeah.
It was indeed difficult because we have never ever had an opportunity to go with this smartphone, or maybe it's a laptop or anything. But then we were very afraid also that अब ये उम्र थोड़ी है ना हमारी कुछ ये सब सीखने की. That was always there in our mind. But then, well, time makes you learn a lot of things, and we have done that. So it is a challenge still that we can do much better. Slowly and steadily, I think the teachers are getting used to this technology.
Very rightly said, ma'am. Teachers are known to nurture the children and make them learn a lot of things, make the toddlers write and walk and speak. So it won't be difficult for the teachers to learn new things. And teachers keep on learning things till the last day when they teach. So really, I should. I think all of us are teachers here, so we should applaud and appreciate each other's effort throughout this last few months, 6 or 7 months, and we should clap for each other for this effort. We should appreciate each other. Well done, all the teachers. Okay, so
Okay,
moving
sir.
on to the yeah.
Yeah, one more participant has said his opinion in chat box.
Yeah.
So I don't know this participant. It's in mobile phone name, Realme like that. So the for 40 minutes time slot was not properly utilized. Much of the time was wasted in asking we students to come up and speak up. So it was difficult to pay full concentration to teachers.
I think Sandhanam, this is one of the problem that we will discuss when we will talk about the problems of teachers in the online classes. That will go in that particular under that particular topic. Okay, let us proceed now and let us try to understand the problems faced by the students during the online classes in various subjects in general. So I have divided it under two heads. One is general effects and second is some specific effects. So let me talk about each point, and then one by one, I'll take the inputs of our participants to enrich this uh, particular topic. So the general effects, as we can see, that ill effects. Now this has been truly spoken by the various students whom I have interacted with. So it is their opinion. It's not my opinion. So ill effects on physical and mental health. Most of them were complaining about their eye strain, fatigue, the inability to sleep at night properly. Many of them were developing anxiety issues. Many of them are having what you call nausea, postural defects, and things like that. There could be many more, I know, with you all, but these are some general physical and mental problems that our children have been facing. I won't say have faced, have been facing. Unfortunately, for sorry, I just need to go back. Yeah. Unfortunately, for many, their economic status got revealed. Now, when I say this, what do I mean? Basically, many students were very sad, sadly shared their experience that, sir, I could not afford to have another smartphone because my father cannot afford to have another smartphone because we are three. We are 3 or 4 brothers and sisters. So at a time, one can only attend. The rest cannot. And due to the lockdown and other things, the financial condition of the home is also not as such that we can have to you know now total number of smartphones according to the number of children at home. So many of them could not share, and these things does not remain hidden. Their friends will ask, The teachers will ask and they have to come up with the right reason, and and they feel embarrassed that unfortunately they do, even if they don't want, still their economic status gets revealed. Third point, less interaction with teachers and lack of personal care. Some of the students have also shared that during the normal regular classes, we used to talk a lot with our teachers with whom we feel comfortable with. And we used to get a lot of personal care, mentoring, remedial classes, and things like that, which have absolutely reduced to almost zero in case of most of the schools. Here only we are getting interact classes to complete the syllabus. So this is something really our children are missing. Students are missing the informal discussions and motivational classes by some teachers, which I already told you in the third point. Because usually all of us, I think everybody will agree that every time we don't teach our syllabus, we always there are times when we talk to our children, trying to know about their family, try to know about what they do at home, how they feel, where they are having difficulties, what are their pain, their sorrows, and try to help them to come out of those situations. And those make memories for them, the school memories that we say. That particular thing the students are missing. Writing habit got badly affected along with the lack of proper examinations. Children are not getting proper writing habits that they used to get during the normal classes, as well as the students used to take tests. That is also missing through this one. Yeah, we are having the different educational tools like Padlet, then we have this Google Form, and many other educational tools. Yet we all realize the fact that the usual method of taking tests by the students, I cannot be replaced so easily by these educational tools, isn't it? Okay. Next is data consumption, poor network issues, and lack of multiple smartphones, which we have already discussed. So I won't give much time to this point again. Very specially, one thing is there that due to data consumption, students say that after completing 2 to 3 classes, or after completing 2 classes, if we have a third class or fourth class, usually we are not able to attend because the data gets over, and we cannot afford to immediately get our internet data recharged in the same day. So this also is a big issue for them. Even some teachers also face network issues, and they have these interrupted classes, and students miss a lot of things in between, which definitely puts them a bit back as compared to other children. As a result of which, if they miss one of the link, they are not able to understand further concepts that are being taught in the class. In case of good number of students, lack of support from parents, there is a lack of support from parents because of being first generation learner. Those kids who are the first generation learner from their families, they are finding the situation very difficult, because whenever they get any kind of instruction or task on which they have to break their head on their own, because their parents cannot help them or guide them because of their own limitations, they really find it very difficult to get them sorted. Last point in this general effects, children of junior classes are facing lots of difficulties because their age is not appropriate for this setup. Very important point. And lack of understanding the instructions. Personally, when my kids are very especially my elder daughter, when she attends a class, I have personally felt that most of the time she is not understanding anything. The teacher is trying to give an instruction, all the children are trying to speak together, the teacher tries to instruct the children and their parents to mute themselves. Most of them or some of them, they don't understand, they keep on speaking, and it becomes a hodgepodge for the entire class. Even the teacher's hard work and pain goes into vain, so as the valuable time of the parents and the children. So this is another big issue for the junior classes. Therefore, many parents also complain it is just a formality for the junior classes to attend the online classes. I'm sure that many of us present here can come up with very good ideas in the last section of the webinars to overcome these problems that have been shared by our children. So, are these points clear to all of us who are present here? Or if anybody would like to add something to it, or would like to initiate a discussion over any of these points, you are most welcome.
Again, one participant has said that, moreover, due to lack of interaction, it feels like lecture, and most of the times we feel drowsy.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm saying it should not happen with our webinar as well. We should also keep on interacting. I need
Because
your yeah.
it's usually when we are on online and the teacher's teaching, she's got a limited time.
Yeah,
And in that time, she is supposed to finish the given portion. And it becomes very difficult for her to put in more, which she can actually do in a physical class.
yeah,
That is the only thing which is affecting more. Students are not able to ask them more questions because time constraint is there. And that is affecting the teaching process also. It's not that the teachers do not want to do it, but the time is a problem. Time is a problem. The
yeah,
limitations
definitely.
is the big issue there. And they have been given that in this much time you have to complete your portion. So अगर हम चाहें भी तो हमको ज्यादा करने के लिए होता नहीं है.
Yes, ma'am. This is a particularly a problem for the teachers that the teachers are facing. But I am asking that about these are the general effects on the children about this or for this online classes. So
That's what, even if
yeah,
you go to see, even the children are facing the same thing. No, they are not able to, as you said, they're not able to discuss many things.
yeah, definitely.
Because of the time only, they are not able to do it.
Time constant is a big problem that all of us are facing. Time
Is a
constant
big
is a
issue
problem.
for
Yeah.
both of them, as well as the teachers, as well as the students also. And whatever points you have covered, it is actually the right thing. I'm sure everybody will pretty agree with me and you that these are the problems faced by the students. And parents are not quite agreeing that the child should sit for 2 hours, three hours
Yes,
in
yes,
front
yes.
of the screen because we've been telling the children not to sit. And here
Yeah,
now it have to sit. So it's a contradictory statement
yeah,
that is affecting the health of the children also.
definitely.
That is a big challenge for both of them.
That's why there was a kind of humor I read somewhere. The schools were prohibiting the mobiles to enter into their premises. Now the mobiles have replaced the schools.
I do
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So let us go into the next slide
So
where, yeah, somebody is there.
yeah, no, so I'm Sandhya, the host. So the Geeta Pujari ma'am is saying that writing practice is not done by many students.
Yes, yes, definitely. That's what I have. Even we have experienced that the work that we give to the children and ask them to submit on time. Okay, fine, they are submitting it, but when we ask them, because we have arranged at some moment to where we have asked the parents to submit their notebooks, but unfortunately, many children have not done their work in their actual notebooks, which means that somewhere or the other they are trying to just copy paste the things from here and there and trying to present it and fulfill the core. So writing habit has badly got affected because of this online. We definitely need to come out with some kind of solution. And again, I request the participants to kindly think over. And if you have some ideas, please do share in the last section of this webinar. Okay. Let us now proceed to the.
So sorry, sir, sorry for interrupting again.
No problem.
No, ma'am is saying that personal correction in front of them is not possible.
Yeah, true. Agreed. Absolutely. Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I will continue with these problems faced by students, but with some specific effects. Now, under specific effects, what I feel that students are facing a lot of difficulties in the subjects like maths and science. I'm sure all of you know the reason. Can anybody tell me what should be the reason behind this? Why not? Well, definitely, they are having problems in other subjects as well, more specifically in mathematics and science.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, this is Ayushi speaking. Sir,
Yes.
the problem which I face mostly in maths is that when something is explained to us, then our teacher does not use the blackboard for explanation that used to happen in the offline classes, and due to which I feel lot of problem. I experience a lot of problem because I have more of comfort with visual understanding more than oral
Uh,
understanding.
are you a student, Ayushi?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So I have a lot of problem with oral understanding, and I understand maths more properly when it is shown to me. So there I face a lot of problems since my teacher does not use a blackboard. And once I have solved my sum, then there is no one to check whether I have done it correct or not. And nowadays in internet also, we do not get so much of correct answers or methods to check our solutions. So this is causing a big problem.
No, I will just take one point what she said. I think she was Miss Ayushi. Okay. So, like internet. Now, she mentioned that students are usually checking their problems or trying to see the concepts in advance before the actual classes given by their teachers from internet. And most of the many students have complained to me that they are not getting the correct solution on internet. Now, I think all the teachers over here would agree with me that use of internet for finding out the correct answers or solution is very dangerous because sorry, personally I felt that for many topics, for many questions, the answers or the solutions are not given correct, and children copy that and try to do the same mistake in the exams where they lose their marks. So I think all of us would strongly recommend the children whom we are catering to that they should try to refrain themselves from the internet. Yes. Students are, as I told, that students are facing a lot of difficulties in the subjects like maths and science. Basically, the reason what I felt is now it is challenging for both mathematics and science teachers also. That in mathematics and science, very especially in science, you have got a subject called physics. Now, in physics and mathematics, you have got a lot of numericals, even in chemistry, a lot of numericals to understand the concept and solve the numericals. Now, sometimes it really becomes very difficult for the children to keep their concentration at place and understand the different steps because the concentration, because of maybe due to the network or other things, can get lost at any moment. And once you are lost, you are back to that same position. So it's really very difficult for the children as well as the teachers to make the children understand the concepts of mathematics and science. It is more of diagram based, more of numerical and sum based. So really it is challenging. And but still we need to be optimistic. We have been optimistic, and I'm sure that many of our mathematics teachers and science teachers would have come across with different methods to overcome this problem. Yes, somebody would like to share something? All right. Students are missing the practicals and activity-based learning. This is another important thing that our children are missing. The regular practicals, the regular activities that are conducted in the regular classroom period, that they are missing. So absolutely that experiential learning, the students are lacking. So this is another thing which we need to overcome by coming up with some kind of methods. Now, here I would ask our participants that what do you feel that over the if you go across the different schools and all, are you all conducting the practicals or activities for the children through online method? I just need to get this input from our participants. Are we conducting practicals or activities for the children?
Yes, we are. In our school, we've been arranging programs for the students. It can be like, if you ask me, I generally conduct debates in the classroom, and it is going on very well because children are very enthusiastic. They have been missing that. Then we have our celebrations also online. We have drawing activities, craft activities. In fact, even physical training activities are there online. So we have planned our curriculum in that manner that children do not miss out something. So activities are going on in full-fledged along with the teaching methods also. Teaching subjects and activities are going side by side. So
Okay.
children are not missing on it. and we can work on it in a better manner also.
So the yeah, okay, continue, ma'am.
Parents have appreciated that effort of children and teachers going with this, where co-curricular activities are also there in the study.
Okay, so it was really very pleasing to hear from Pravina ma'am that she has been doing all these things from which we can learn, and those of us who are not doing these things in our schools, we can try something new like this, so that our regular teaching and the extra curricular activity should go hand in hand. Is there any maths or science teachers here who can share that? Are they conducting any practicals or activities for their students? Because we have the maths practicals and the science practicals in the syllabus of CBSE or ICSE board or any other state board. Are there any maths or science teachers here? Okay, I think Sandhya, did you get any inputs in the chat box?
Not yet, sir.
It's okay. Students are missing the extra co-curricular activities. As ma'am said, the debates and education, she is able to do those things hand in hand along with her classes. That is right. Quite, we should appreciate her efforts. But similarly, the other co-curricular activities like games, music, art and craft, which many students enjoy, they are not able to do it in groups that they used to do in their schools, because lot of teamwork and other skills used to get developed during those activities.
Excuse me, sir, but our school has also taken up music. I mean, in the class, we have a music session also where the students really participate very well. And when we have our functions, they are the ones who are the leaders. Like
Ma'am,
maybe
yeah, it's the points that have come here is by and large what is happening in the entire nation or in the most of the schools.
what I
Yeah,
mean to say
really
that
very
we
happy
can
for
do
this
it.
to
We
know.
can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. Definitely, we can do it.
do it.
Many of us are doing it. So it's really very good. That is what we are going to learn from each other. It is very difficult to develop the soft skills in children of different age groups through this online method of teaching, because this can be only done when we are meeting face to face, when we are talking to each other, when we are organizing some discussions in groups. Then it is usually that is the understanding that we can do it in that better way. Now through this online method, how are we developing these soft skills? This needs some kind of discussion. And again, I would request the participants, if you have any kind of idea about how are you doing this development of soft skills, then please keep it with you for the last session where we will discuss about the possible solutions, and please come up with your ideas. Slow learners and inattentive students are getting either ignored or overlooked. That is what the students are. Some of them are complaining, I would not say, but rather they are concerned, or they are coming up with this kind of feeling ki, okay, if I'm not able to do it, or if I am lagging behind, then usually the students who are active learners, they are taking all the limelight, or they are coming in focus of the teachers, because teachers are also running fast because of their own limitations. So somewhere we are lagging behind. The inattentive students are getting a window to move out of the classes, and it is very difficult to get them back, and it is very difficult to monitor them throughout the session, that when are they actually attending or listening to the teachers, or when are they not listening to the teachers. Even if they are visible on the screen, are they actually focusing on the class, or they are engaged in their other activities like talking to their friends on WhatsApp or listening to music? Who knows? So these are some of the problems that have been put forward by the students as well as the teachers. So some of the general. These were some of the general and specific effects of this online education on the students. Any question or anything you would like to ask now with regard to this particular section? You are most welcome. Before we go to the next section, where we will talk about the problems of teaching. Really encouraged to listen from others.
I think they don't have any doubts, it seems, till now.
You can
Okay.
continue.
Okay. I am really thankful to Pravina ma'am for actively participating.
Thank you,
And
sir.
initially we had Sailesh sir, I think, and other
Yes.
people. So I request everybody to come up with their experience. It's a learning experience for each one of us. All right. So now I am moving forward with problems faced by teachers specifically due to online classes. Now, this has been shared by the different teachers whom I have interacted with. Many teachers feel that their privacy and personal time got invaded. Now, why they say so? Because even after the actual classroom time, they are engaged for preparing for these online classes. And they feel that as compared to their normal routine, ever since this online classes have started, they have to prepare more and and they have to get themselves engaged more and dedicate more time, their private time, their personal time for the preparations of these classes. So, somewhere this online classes have invaded their privacy, what they feel. So I'm sure that most of the teachers will accept this point. Second, teachers are subjected to unnecessary judgment at times, because all of you are aware that the children are sitting at their homes, at the comfortable rooms, in the comfortable rooms, and we don't know that who all are sitting with them, whether it is their parents or tutors or some other people who are sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they are being judged, and some kind of comments they get directly or indirectly from the people, and that is sometimes disheartening or discouraging for them. So these are some of the experiences shared by the teachers with regard to unnecessary judgments. It had been very difficult for teachers who are not that techno savvy to get themselves adjusted into the system, which was put forward by Parvina ma'am as well as Shailesh sir at the beginning. Poor impact on overall health of teachers as well. Many of our teachers are having issues related to their eyesight, having issues related to their neck, having issues related to their shoulders, their back. So it is very difficult to sit and take class or stand and take class consistently looking into the camera, focusing on the screen, and get exposed to the rays for long. It really gives them a lot of issues with regard to their overall health. Again, those same things: fatigue, mental issues, anxiety, sleeplessness, headache. Some people are facing migraine and other things. So very challenging, very difficult for the teachers. Yet the teachers are marching ahead with the torch in their hands. Yes, we will do it. That's something really appreciable. Evaluation and assessment of students' work has been very difficult for the teachers, because they feel that the genuinity and the genuinity of the work of the students that had been during the normal school time, that is missing in online classes. And whatever evaluation and assessment are taken, most of the time it is just a farce. So definitely we have to come up with some methods of evaluation or assessment which would be more objective, more accountable, and more what do you call, it would test their honesty as well, because at present the things are not so good with regard to evaluation and assessment as per the teachers. Personally, I also feel the same. Disturbance in conducting online classes, especially for those teachers who have small children or old parents or very small home or network issues. Now, I need not explain this because I think all of you understand that how difficult it is to manage the children or the old parents at home, because they have their own needs, and it is very difficult to convince them that what you are doing is also very important at times. Then some people have very less space at home to find a corner for this concentration, because you need a concentration. You cannot get distracted while taking a class online, because this is already something new to you where you are not comfortable with, and at the same time you are getting distracted. It would definitely put your hard work into vain. The network issues are already there. Anything my dear participants would like to add to it? It would be great.
Sir,
Yes, Sandhya ma'am.
Mukesh sir has said that parents and students have started pointing out technical mistakes of teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, low back pain has increased a lot, and Professor Sailesh sir has said teachers had to buy a laptop, which is quite difficult
Yes.
during lockdown.
Yes.
And uh, just Mukesh sir has again said continuous headache and backache cases are observed among the teachers. And again, Professor Sailesh sir is saying that without laptop, how to correct papers even on Google Forms. And Mukesh sir has said financial status of teaching community is getting poor.
Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate that you all have come up with very, very frank and correct opinions and experiences of you all. Sandhya, can we, is it possible that we can hear them one by one? If
Sure,
after,
sure, sir. If they are willing to open up with their unmute and say, they can.
because the real
Professor,
question
That
comes
would
when
be
you speak.
nice. If they speak up, it would be
Yes.
better.
Yeah, so it was really like one of them has told ki it is very difficult to buy a laptop or a smartphone for the teachers. It's very difficult. And I really feel that some of the schools have done a good job by providing an opportunity with opportunity to many teachers to buy new laptops or phone on a very subsidized rate, even on EMIs. I've heard about many schools doing that. That is really appreciated. So some kind of things, such steps can be taken to, as an aid or help to the teachers to sail through this difficult time. Okay, any
Uh,
of our fellow participants would like to speak up? Pravina ma'am, I would just request you to hold on. Let us listen to someone
yes,
else
yes.
and then we'll come back to you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. If anybody would like to voice their experience or opinion on this.
I think Swati ma'am has unmuted herself. Ma'am?
Yes, Swati ma'am.
एक्चुअली हाँ आई वुड लाइक टू से कि जब कोई टीचर अगर टेक्निकली साउंड नहीं है बहुत अधिक तो उनको बहुत कुछ सीखना पड़ता है और ड्यूरिंग जब वो परफॉर्म कर रहे होते हैं तो बहुत सारी टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस आती हैं और जिस वजह से कनेक्शन जो है स्टूडेंट के साथ बीच बीच में छूट जाता है और इंटरेक्शन भी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से नहीं हो पाता है स्टूडेंट्स के साथ तो ये बहुत डिमोटिवेटिंग होता है इस चीज के लिए
Yes, yes, yes. A very, I mean, she has said a very important point. The teachers who have started their this teaching process through online education, online platform, and they are new to it, and when they are speaking something in between due to network or due to some kind of other distractions, if that momentum breaks, they really get distracted, and it really becomes very difficult for the teacher to recollect the things and come back to that flow. So it was a very important point with which Swati ma'am came up with. I think all the teachers will agree with this point. Well said, Swati ma'am. Anybody else would like to come up with their points on this?
I think
Any more
Mukesh sir
difficult?
has opened up, unmuted his mic. Sir, you can just
You all
unmute.
can have your tea or coffees along with this session because it's a tea time, I can understand. Yes, sir. Is the voice clear, Sandhya, at your end?
No, sir, no, sir. I think some kind of network issue again.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, teachers also require some guidance from school side or from government side also, that how to present yourself when you teach on online. Whenever you teach, there is a need of a background, proper background. Curtain should be there. Then your talk, at least you should have a plastic smile at the beginning, like a newsreader. Decent clothing, and simple tips should be there, should be shared with them, that what is the difference in the classroom. You can motivate the child student, you can pat them, that all you can crack jokes, that all you cannot do here.
Yes.
You have to give exact content. So, and how to be presentable, that also is very important thing. Even when you teach or prepare ppts, there are some guidelines that as your ppts see, we can read carefully and easy to read also. So what should be the font size? It should not be too much information in one slide. that kind of if guidance, if all teachers could get initially, they could have on the right track perhaps.
Yes, sir. I think rightly said. And like all of us are associated with some of the schools or educational institutes. I think if we are not getting such kind of ideas or guidelines from our organization, we can. I think all the organizations are quite. Most of the organizations are quite welcoming in getting the inputs from their teachers or the people who are working with them. So we all can always come up with this kind of ideas that let us have a meeting or a discussion where we can talk about such kind of things, a guideline kind of thing for all of us, so in order to have a better presentation next time.
Yeah.
So I think this can be facilitated by the people who are having such kind of ideas. They can come up with such ideas. Personally speaking, in my school, during the online education, since it has started, we have had several meetings on how the things are going on. We call it as a reflective sessions. From time to time we have these reflective sessions where we talk about the different aspects, that how the things are going on, what needs to be improved, what are the new guidelines by the school authority, that how we should proceed. And that keeps on, keeps all of us on right track and keeps on improving. Today I am able to present a webinar before you because somewhere I have also tried to learn a lot of things from my past mistakes, and from this particular thing also I will learn a lot of things and will move ahead. And it's, I think, same with all of us. We can always keep on learning with our experience and do better in our lives in whatever field we are. So sir has come up with very good idea that we should have some kind of guidelines from our school or college, or I don't expect on this particular issue that government will give any guideline as such, but even at our school or institution level, we can have such kind of things. So well said, sir. So
one
if
more
you-
only last point I would like to add.
yeah,
Even
please.
when we speak, then there should be, if there is a your pitch, voice, intonation. Otherwise, if the whole lecture you speak in the same, then it
Yes, monotonous.
seems-
It becomes monotonous.
yeah, correct.
Yes, sir, that is absolutely correct. Because our children, when we are present before them practically in our classrooms, they feel bored at times because of the monotony or the topics or the thing. Now we are teaching them online. We have to be more, what you call, I should not use the word entertaining, but
Uh-huh.
engaging for them.
Right.
For that, the tone of our voice is very important. That how we are speaking and how well we are modulating our voice. So rightly said, sir. I think all the teachers over here will definitely take note of this point. Thank you, sir. So moving ahead, seeing the time, let us now talk about the problems faced by the parents community. Yeah. So the first point is financial pressure due to lockdown. Many had difficulties in buying multiple smartphones for siblings, which I have already mentioned. Most of the parents, they are coming up with this grief that we cannot buy too many smartphones for our children. हमारे पास उतने पैसे नहीं है कि हम 2 या 3 स्मार्टफोन खरीदें, और एक ही वक्त पे अगर क्लास चल रहा है दोनों का, तो हम कैसे क्लास लेंगे? So I think somewhere we have to be understanding and we have to find out some way to help such kind of parents, not providing them smartphones, but rather coming out with some kind of alternatives, that how we can arrange classes or how we can do something about it. I think if you all have faced this kind of problems and have some ideas, please share it. It had been very embarrassing for many before their children also, because of not arranging things like laptops, smartphones, fancy headphones. See, the genuine problem is there, but we should also accept the fact that some children are too much concerned about how they look like on online classes, and when they talk to their friends that while attending the online classes, I am using a good headphone of maybe some good company, and you are using this, why don't you use that? I am using laptop, I am using iPad, I am using this phone, I am using that phone. Such kind of discussions when it goes on among the friend, some of the children may feel a bit embarrassed, or they don't like such kind of situations to where they fall into unnecessarily, and somewhere they will try to pressurize their parents to get such things for them. So these are some of the pressures the parents are facing. Many couldn't help their children in their studies because of their poor academic background or busy schedule of their own. You won't agree, I think, one of the parent was not knowing also before this online classes started. I was just asking one of the parent, it happened like that, I just asked कि, he was sharing a problem of his child कि कैसे होगा क्या होगा and things like that. I asked, in which class your child is studying at the moment? He had to call at his home, ask his wife that which child, in which class his child is studying, and then he said ki, this class. I said ki, you don't know that where is your in which class your son is studying. He said ki, throughout the day I am busy in the shop, how would I know? So this was the condition at the beginning, and now for the good or for not the good I don't know, but now the parents, even the father who is very busy, has to give some time to the children. The mother who may not be having that kind of academic background but have to sit with the child to help him or her to get the work done. So these are some of the problems the parents are facing. Sometimes for good, sometimes it is not good for them as well. Parents are stressed for their children's performance in annual exams and are trying out different options to facilitate learning, although expensive. Now, when I've written this point, what I wanted to put forward is, I have seen parents who are buying some online packages of different online classes or tutorial groups. I should not name any, but you all are very much aware about the popular animated tutorial groups that are who are giving their advertisements also on television channels. There are many. So they are buying the packages in 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, so that their children who are missing the important classes sometimes, or they are not understanding the regular online classes through their teachers, they can understand it better through those classes, XYZ classes. Then some parents are also getting online tutorials from the various coaching institutes, from various competitive exam institutes, from personal private tutors also, to get their children score high in the midterm or the annual exams or the other exams. Because somewhere they feel that in this online education or through this online education, there may not be something good that is happening with the children. So therefore, we need to put something extra. We need to give something extra. We need to spend something extra in order to get those marks or performance at the end of the session. That's the understanding of the parents in general. So that's why I have put this point particularly under this topic. So I hope that you all will agree with these points that I have put forward with regard to the problems associated with parents. If there is anything else you want to add, you are most welcome. Or if you want to discuss on any of these points, you are most welcome. So over to you, the house.
Sir, I would like to share two things.
Yes, sir.
One, from the next year, if some parents, if they have lost job or their salary is reduced, whatever. So I think from the next year, they may start sending their child to a public school, BMC school, for financial reason. I think so.
Yes, sir. Very rightly said. And it is, you mentioned the word BMC schools. I think here in different parts of the country, wherever there are government schools, even they want to or not, but many of the parents will be forced to take out, and many of them have taken out. I know many of the parents from my town who have sent their children to those expensive residential schools in Uttarakhand or Himachal Pradesh or somewhere in Madhya Pradesh, and they have called back their children because they are not in a position to continue the education over there, because they have to spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees in those schools. They are calling their children, asking them to take admission somewhere here itself in their hometown and continue their education. So rightly said, sir. So a lot of changes, lot of disturbances will be seen, is going on in the lives of the children because of this situation, in the lives of the parents with regard to this.
And classes have also reduced their fees sharply, because now they do not require to spend money on infrastructure.
Yeah.
And one teacher can teach so many batches.
Yeah. So I think many schools have done that. You have said it correct. Many teachers, I don't know, I'm not sure about the names of the schools, but it's not necessary also. But in general, I have heard that some of the schools in different parts of the country have reduced their staff because in order to manage their finances. And one teacher have been asked to teach different subjects, very especially in the primary or in the middle school level, where they can manage. and that has caused unemployment to many of the newly recruited teachers, very especially not the experienced ones, but newly recruited teacher. And very especially what Silas sir said at the beginning, that many teachers took VRS. I have also heard that experience that many teachers have been asked to take VRS, whose 1 or 2 years of job was left. So it has taken place in both ways. All right. Any more things, any more point, any more important
Sir?
issues that can be added to it, Sandhya?
Yes, sir. One of the participants has said that parents really don't have time to assist them in their studies. In our school, when midterm online exams were conducted, then parents were asked to sit and monitor their child for 3 hours from time to time. But very few parents were able to follow it according to what interaction I have had with other students.
Yes, we also face the same problem. We have requested the parents to monitor their children during the exams, but unfortunately, due to their own schedule or due to lack of sincerity, or maybe other reasons also, they have not been able to do that. So that was somewhere a kind of a question mark on the integrity of the examinations that were taken by the children. So that is why it's a big challenge to conduct such kind of assessments and evaluation processes online. Yes, ma'am, you were saying something.
uh, Many a times it has happened that because of the pandemic and loss of job or cut in the salary, the parents are unable to pay the fees.
Yes.
And they have requested us, if the child is in the ninth standard, ninth grade or ninth standard in different divisions, they've told us to merge together. They can let the child be in the same class so that one smartphone can be used by both of them. When I've seen sharing the earphone with each other and they're attending the class. So we had to adhere to their request because they cannot afford it. And since the job is not there, the lockdown was there, and people are getting paid very less. So that is the reason where we have a lot of parents who are suffering because they say we don't have money to pay the fees also. And since the payment is not there from the parent side, the teachers are also getting affected. As you rightly said, some of the teachers have been really removed from the jobs. And yes, the newly recruit and the contract teachers
Yes.
who have been just joined within a year or maybe 2 years or so, they have been asked, you want to work, you can work in half salary, or you just go out. But that's really a very sad state.
Very sad indeed. But somewhere I feel that this situation is also a kind of blessing in disguise. Why I'm saying this, that this is a time where, very especially for the new teachers who have joined such institutions, where they are experiencing such kind of things. Because see, this is a pandemic time. Even the government has appealed that all of us should stay like a family and move ahead. Now, there are institutions who are taking such kind of steps with their staff. Now, it is good that the teachers are leaving those institutions or have been asked to leave that institution. I'm sure that by God's grace they can get into a better place, because I personally feel that there are many teachers amongst us who must be working with various institutions who have presented a very good posturing during this pandemic and have been with their staff, have walked along with their staff, taking this situation into consideration and help their staff that they should not get affected in any way by not cutting the salaries, or if they have cut the salaries in the initial stage, try to manage it in the later stage of this pandemic and such things. So I think it's a time to this has been also a time to identify and assess the kind of institutions where we are working, that really they feel for us. And I think many of the institutions or most of the institutions must have arranged something or the other for their staff so that both should run properly. The institution.
No, I don't agree with this. That most you said yes, but there are many schools which has not taken the side of the teachers. Now, if you have, as we have already said,
there could be many.
As we have already said, teachers are not tech savvy. They're putting a lot of efforts. Yes. Even after school hours, they're working. Keeping all that in mind, in spite of all that hard work and everything, the teachers are not being given what their dues are. If you talk about, at this moment, we are only thinking from the students' point of view. We don't want the children to suffer, so we are there with them. And as a teacher, we will never step back. We'll always go ahead out of our way to do the work. But then there are many families, especially the male, I should say the male, where the male member is the only sole earner earning member, that it affects. So that
Yes,
is where we have a toll on the health.
yes, yes.
That is
So
mental
it's
stress is more.
associated. Yeah, the mental disturbance affects the physical health, and in general, the overall health of the family gets affected.
Exactly.
Correct, correct, quite correct. Anybody else would like to end this particular topic with a
Uh, on the last point, I would like to add.
yes,
Now, many parents might have come to know what is the style of their child learning, whether he pays attention or not. So they must have understood the role of teachers also, how a teacher must
yes,
be taking care in the class, ensuring students pay attention and understand also.
yes. Yes, now this is very correct that with this method has definitely made the parents realize about the hard work that the teachers have been taking. Yes, correct, sir. Correctly put forward by Silas, sir. Okay, now we shall proceed with our next and the last slide that I have for you today for schools, because we need to know that what problems the schools are facing. Schools are facing means we are facing, so it's our problem as well. Difficulties in conducting exams genuinely, we have discussed about it. Planning and execution of curriculum, academic plan, syllabus as per the demand made by CBSE for online classes, which suits the online classes and local situation. To keep proper check on the students' attendance throughout the class. Now, this is very important. Cater the problems associated with unwanted elements disturbing during the online classes. Now, I think all of us are aware and have seen in the news channels also that, or in the social media, that in various parts of our country, how the teachers have been harassed by some of the students, some of the lady teachers, or some of the aged old gents teachers. So such kind of some filthy remarks or other things during the classes, which really disturbs and disheartens the teachers who are working so hard. Such kind of situations have taken place a lot during this online classes and have been taking. I think the schools have taken the necessary steps and have now come to a situation where these things can be curbed out. Ensure the dignity of the teachers. Convincing every teachers for live online classes, especially the senior teachers or those who are not so comfortable with the technology. So these are some of the challenges which were faced by the schools, which have been faced and which the schools are facing at present as well with regard to online classes. So these were the difficulties or the problems faced by the students, teachers, parents, and schools. I feel I have covered all the stakeholders and their problems. Last thing would be possible solutions to these problems. I have kept this slide purposefully vacant because I don't want to put my solutions here. A lot of things have come from the participants today. Very especially, I would like to mention Pravina madam and Sailesh sir. Some points were mentioned by Swati ma'am. Then there was a student, I just forgot the name. She came up with something. So a lot of solutions or a lot of things have been given by the participants. I think we have jotted them, and those things can come under this slide. So this particular slide is for you. You can keep this heading in your notepad and jot down all the solutions that have come throughout the discussions so far, as well as the solutions that our participants want to put forward now, which I said that please put forward your solutions in the later part of the session. So I welcome and I request that before we end the session, please come up with the solutions of the different problems if you have been following this session throughout here right now, so that we can learn a lot and learn to how to cater the problems that we have discussed during this webinar today. Over to the participants before we end. I am sure that all of you are practicing with some wonderful methods in your schools. Pravina ma'am have shared some. So now I would request others, please come up. Sandhya, if you can see that in the chat box, if somebody is coming up with some suggestions.
Uh, I think Mukesh is saying a yogic practice or neither for the or.
Sorry?
Yogic practice or needed for the hour.
Okay, yogic practice, very true. Definitely. For all of us to keep our mental well being, physical well being at proper place. I think Dr. Swati, I have seen her giving such kind of practices, such kind of methods through her YouTube channel a lot of times. I follow her. So she has been doing a lot of work on this, and she is a neuro. We are privileged to have her today as a participant. She is a certified neuro-linguistic trainer, and many other things she is offering for the well-being of the society. So and as rightly put up by Sir Mukesh sir, I think that yogic practice is need of the hour, and people like Swati ma'am and others are helping all of us to you know feel
S-
comfortable in this
yes, sir.
difficult situation. Yes.
Silas sir has said, training and presentation skill, proper background, white and loop plain background has to be put up for the teachers. And I think Mukesh sir is saying that technical support from school management should be provided.
Okay.
And Silas sir is again saying PPT presentation and particularly their font size.
Yes.
Uh,
So
can
PPT
I?
presentation, font size, background, color, technical support,
Voice modulation, even voice
voice
modulation.
modulation, these things are really very important. I think all of us should note down these points that will definitely help all of us. Okay, Pravina ma'am is willing to say something.
uh, as all the most of the participants said, a presentation. Now there many a time it happens, like you already said, that we are having many a senior teachers who are not able to do the presentation. They've never worked on it. So if we can have sessions for them where we
Yes,
can train them, we can train them to do the presentations. How to make prepare a PPT is also a challenge for them. They may be very good at their presentation skill as they present in the class. But when it comes to technical issues, it becomes a little difficult because teachers are not aware of it. So if we have a training session, especially for these teachers who are having difficulties by the youngsters, we have many youngsters who are very good at technology, so they can guide them. And we've been doing that with our group because we have a lot of teachers who are very senior, like almost at the verge of retirement, on the verge of retirement. Some of them are 55 plus and so on. So young teachers have come up with this idea, and we've given them an opportunity to train these teachers
even the
before.
IT teachers, there must be IT teachers in every
They're
school.
not IT teachers. Sorry, they're not IT teachers at all.
I'm saying that even the IT teachers in many schools are helping a lot.
They
For
can, because we don't have a special IT teacher as such. We have an IT department which looks after all the examination as all. But your teachers themselves, they're young teachers who know a lot about technology and so on.
yes,
So they have been helping them. In fact, when we started with the online, we did not know also how to operate it. So we had a training session given by the technical department, by the IT, and but that was not good enough. To be very honest, not good enough. When our co-teachers helped us out, we did a wonderful job. I mean, how to mute, how to unmute, how to do the presentation, PPT, kuch nahi aata tha. But with the help of the co-teachers, it has been a wonderful task. And
yes,
today, you get them to do the presentation, they do so beautifully. Not only the PPT, but even the voiceover. In the PPT, the voiceover is also a big task. तो कैसे करना है वो बहुत अच्छे से अभी उनको आता है. So if we have a session based on that, no, it would be helping. And as you all said, voice modulation. If the children have to be attracted towards your teaching, you have to have that flow in your voice.
yes,
Where you have to go in a high pitch, where you have to go in a low pitch, and where you have to create a place for them to understand. जैसे आप कुछ बोल रहे हो, अगर it's a humor, it should be seen on the face of the children that yes, it was a humorous thing and they enjoyed it. So that all has to be trained. The teachers also have to do a training, and I think we should be open to all these things. We should not keep ourselves closed.
yes, very important. This, yeah, this part I strongly agree with Pravina ma'am, that we have to be open to new ideas. We should not offer that inertia that I am experienced enough, so I need not learn anything new.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we always say that the fresh water is in the rivers, not in the ponds or the lakes, because it remains stagnant. All right. Thank you, Pravina ma'am. Now I request Sandhya to see that if there are any more suggestions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it's there.
Yes.
So Mukesh sir has again said there should be a less costly internet package for teaching community.
The government should come up with this
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
and
Well said, sir.
yeah, Professor Sailesh said to engage students, teachers can ask true or false questions. They can ask this type of questions like that. And again, Mukesh sir has said teachers must be given breaks all during the classes. And Professor Sailesh sir has said yes or no and MCQ types in between, like that.
Yeah, objective type questions
Yeah,
in between
objectives.
in order to check that how the students are proceeding with the concept, whether they are understanding the things or not, or simply they are moving ahead. Yeah, well said, sir. So, any more suggestions, Sandhya?
And that's all
Okay.
from here.
So, I think it's time also. Isn't
Yes,
it,
yes.
Sandhya?
That's not a problem, sir.
Yeah.
Everyone was fully listening, was
Okay.
going well.
We can go on and on with this, it's an unending saga.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
an art,
definitely.
going on, and we can come up with so many things. And it is really good to know so many views about the
Yes,
teachers
yes.
from different parts of the country and
Swati
from
ma'am,
all
could
the
you please-
corners.
yes, Swati ma'am, could you please suggest us something that one of our teachers suggested that yogic practice is the need of the hour. So can you suggest us something specific with regard to the well-being of the teachers? Because we don't know actually that when it is going to end, how it is going to unfold in future. So could you please suggest something for us?
Yeah, sure, Abhishek. Thank you. I would like to say जैसे अभी कुछ देर पहले हम लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे थे कि मैथमेटिक्स और साइंस के कुछ प्रैक्टिकल्स या कुछ चार्ट वगैरह जो समझाने में स्टूडेंट्स को हमें प्रॉब्लम आती है, तो उनके साथ डील करने के लिए भी टेक्निक्स हैं अवेलेबल, जो मैं मेमोराइजेशन टेक्निक में बताती हूँ. तो उसमें क्या है कि नंबर्स वगैरह जो है ना वो बहुत आसान होता है उसके बारे में समझ पाना, या जैसे अगर मैं नंबर्स को इजी नहीं होता है ना विजुअलाइज करना, वी कैन नॉट विजुअलाइज देम, लेकिन कुछ टेक्निक्स ऐसे हैं जिससे हम नंबर्स को विजुअलाइज कर सकते हैं, और जब आप थ्योरेटिकली भी पढ़ा रहे हैं तो वो सारी चीजों को हम कैच कर सकते हैं. दूसरी चीज मैं ये बोलूंगी कि जैसे वेल बीइंग, मेंटल वेल बीइंग के लिए हमें जैसे न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्रामिंग एक होती है जिसमें कि हम अफर्मेशंस का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. बहुत सारी ऐसी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं उसमें जिसमें हम सबकॉन्शियस माइंड और कॉन्शियस माइंड को अलाइन करते हैं. जो थॉट हम अपने अंदर बना रहे हैं जिसकी वजह से हमारा बिलीफ सिस्टम जो स्टेबलाइज होते जा रहा है, उसे हम चेंज कर सकते हैं. अपने लाइफ में बहुत सारी चेंजेस ला सकते हैं. पास्ट पेनफुल मेमोरीज वगैरह, इन सारी चीजों से भी छुटकारा मिल जाता है, हमें कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ता है. तो ये जो टेक्निक है, इट इज वेरी गुड टेक्निक, जो हमें अपने स्कूल में इन सारी चीजों को प्रमोट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चों में अगर ये हम अर्ली एज में अगर ये अभी से हम इम्प्लीमेंट करवाते हैं तो ये आगे चलकर जो हमारे यूथ हैं वो प्रॉब्लम्स को अच्छे से हैंडल करके अपने फ्यूचर में मतलब अच्छे मार्क्स या अच्छी लाइफ जो भी उन्हें चाहिए वो पा सकते हैं. तो ये ट्रेनिंग हमें शुरू से देनी चाहिए बच्चों में. उसके लिए बहुत सारी, जैसे भी हमारे टाउन में जनरली ऐसा है कि लोग अवेयर नहीं है बहुत सारी चीजों से, बट जब हम बाहर जाकर देखते हैं मेट्रो सिटीज में, तो आप वहां देखोगे कि छोटे छोटे बच्चे जो हैं अभी से ही दे आर वेरी स्मार्ट. और क्योंकि उनके पेरेंट्स, उनके टीचर्स, उनके मेंटर्स जो भी उनके आसपास है वो अवेयर है उन सारी चीजों से, और वो अपने बच्चों को वो सारी चीजें पहले से ही देना शुरू करते हैं. और यही कोशिश है हमारी कि हम भी अपने इस जगह को वैसा ही कुछ बनाए, और जो बच्चे हैं या जो एडल्ट हैं या जो ओल्ड एज हैं, जिन्हें भी जिस भी फील्ड में जो भी प्रॉब्लम आती है, जैसे मेमोरी से रिलेटेड या कोई मेंटल इशू है या स्लो लर्नर है कोई, या फिर जिसे डिप्रेशन का जो प्रॉब्लम है, या कोई ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज से कोई सफर कर रहे हैं, या साइकोसोमैटिक डिजीजेस जो भी हैं, तो इन सारी चीजों से ना धीरे धीरे छुटकारा पाया जा सकता है अगर हम अवेयर हो टाइम से पहले, और अपने बच्चों को या खुद को कभी भी जब जागो तब सवेरा, आप जब भी इन सारी चीजों को इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं तो अपने लाइफ को चेंज कर सकते हैं. दिस आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड, और इसलिए मैं ये शेयर कर रही हूँ. ये होता है.
Thank you very much, Swati ma'am. I think all of us should get benefited from the videos that you share from time to time. And okay, so thank you Thank you, everybody. Sandhya, is there any more suggestions before we wrap up?
Okay, sir has finally said that the responsibility of the school management and as well as the government also to provide some facilities and give some relaxation to teaching community.
Very, very true. Very true. We really need it. We really need it.
We all agree with it.
Well, we agree with it.
We agree with it.
So, Sandhya, that's all from my
And
end. I am really very, very thankful to all the participants who have joined today's session. It's a working day. I can understand for many of us. Still, they have, after completing their regular classes, they have joined this session. I am very, very thankful and and personally, I would like to thank all those who have so enthusiastically interacted during this session and came up with their points. So thank you, everybody. I
yes,
hope
Thank
that
you, Abhishek. It was a wonderful session and you really presented it well. It was really very good on your part. And all the participants, they did a wonderful job of suggesting so many things which can be implemented by everyone. It's really a nice session. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am. You had been great throughout the session. A lot of learning experience from you.
yes, ma'am.
All of us are learning. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank
We
you.
can have many more sessions like that, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Certainly we can.
Thank you so much,
So,
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
and yeah, finally, on behalf of MTT, I would like to give you a thank you note for you, sir. Hope like each and every participants have enjoyed discussing about problems faced in online classes from teachers' point of view, students' point of view, and parents' point of view.
Yeah,
Thank you, Abhishek, sir, for bringing the real life hurdles faced in the online class. And I would also like to thank all the participants who had take part actively throughout this webinar.